Hi, Dominic James. Very nice to meet you. I'm going to make you promote you to a panelist, and then I'm going to mute you. And looking forward to meeting you. Appreciate you taking time out of a wild market day to be with us. And you're also going to be able to share your screen. You'll see a green box that says share.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Hi, Dominic.
Hi, Dale. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Can you hear me clear enough,
I can. Are you calling from Australia?
No, I'm actually sitting in Saeed's apartment, Northern Ireland. Trader
Oh,
Estate.
Saeed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, great. Well, real nice to meet you. Was he your mentor?
Oh, yeah. He's taught me a lot. I actually lived with him for a while, so.
Oh, you're having a reconciliation?
We always hang out, actually. It's like nearly every week.
Okay.
So
All right.
I just sort of try and steal his ideas. That's about it. Look over his shoulder.
He's a generous guy, Saeed. I'm sure you don't have to steal. But God, you answered a lot of questions now that I know that who you collaborate with. How long have you been trading?
About 5 years, 5-6 years.
Okay. And I was going to ask you, your mechanical, is that your own style? I went to your blog and I looked at some of your charts. Normally when I think of mechanical trading, there's no discretion. It's really kind of automatic. So am I getting it correctly that you're mechanical with a method, or the trading is mechanical?
Yeah, I would be mechanical with a method. I don't think I would be smart enough to go in every day and pick something out of the market. So I have a strategy that's completely mechanical. I need certain things to happen. Once they happen, then I go to the next level, and then the next level, and then it just takes the discretion out of it.
Okay. All right. So why don't we go ahead and you have some charts up here. So tell us what you're seeing here. EuroCAD was really on a pretty good decline for a long time. That's a hell of a candle that we're looking at today.
Yeah.
This is a weekly candle.
Yeah, so I didn't really have much. This is just the chart that was up, but I was watching it from the weekly perspective. Once we started seeing this sort of wicky behavior down here, that put me on alert that to sort of get into thinking that I'm going to get my bias to go long. So once I get my bias from the weekly, monthly timeframes, then the mechanical strategies kick into place. So once I see from the higher timeframes what I want to see, then I put it down to the mechanical. So just this sort of wicky behavior down here. If you see this candle, feels to close below this one, and then this feels to close below the next one. So it's just telling me buyers are stepping in, and that's when I'm going to be looking for longs. It was sort of similar with Aussie New Zealand. I heard you talking about that. If I just take that chart.
Heck of a move both ways. They spiked it to new lows early in the week, and now we're getting a pretty nice weekly signal here.
Yeah, it's a sort of similar on the weekly. If I can just zoom in.
Do you, from what I recall, I think I've interviewed Saeed about 3-4 times. Are you in the camp of looking at quarterlies like he does?
No, I don't go that far. I wouldn't hold my trades that long. They'd be closed by Friday. So looking at really long-term charts, it doesn't, unless you're holding for months. I don't really see, it doesn't really line up with my sort of trading. It's the same with, I wouldn't really be into fundamentals or anything, so it's just technical based. I'm only trading until Friday anyway, so there's no point.
Would you consider like what 2-3 day guerrilla warrior type of trading is what you do?
Yeah, so I would let Monday unfold, see what Monday brings to the table. Then I'll be trading Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then closing out by Friday close. Don't really have any take profits. I just let it run to Friday close.
Okay, well, we're getting some pretty good downdrafts in stock indexes, and metals are becoming almost a little bit parabolic. Any feel for what's happening there? And in equities and precious metals and the dollar itself?
I don't look at them, to be honest.
Okay.
Just stick to FX. So if you want me to go over a few dollar pairs, I probably could.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, just, whatever's on your radar, whatever you're considering, tell us how you would, like, for example, this Aussie Kiwi, to get long here, is
Yes.
that a pretty big risk to risk the lows there, right? So how would you construct a trade here?
So if we look at the monthly, you can see this candle wick below and failed to close below. So that's telling me that buyers are stepping in. So once it gets below this second candle and around these lows, my bias would be long. Doesn't mean I'm going to get into a trade. I actually give out to members. Let me see. So I'll be looking at support and resistance on the lower time frame. So
Okay.
areas like this.
Mm-hmm.
Once we spike down, I was actually looking for something like that, which we didn't get because of the news.
Yeah, do you trade in front of red events like central banks from, New Zealand, Australia, the Fed, the ECB?
Not really. If I'm in a trade, then I would leave it, but I wouldn't be entering a trade just going straight into it. So usually let it settle down, see what happens after that.
Okay.
I could go over some dollar pairs. I'm looking at dollar yen shorts. If we can just zoom in, you can understand me, okay? People,
Yes.
people
Yeah.
sometimes the
Yeah.
accent.
No problem with the accent. Yeah. Very, very clear. Okay.
So dollar yen. I think we're going to run these lows.
Okay.
Lot of a lot of stops resting under there, I think.
You think a lot of people have their stops under the flash crash low?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Not that
think that
far away.
not that far away. I would use probably Monday's low to get in. I talk about Mondays a lot, actually, because it's a nice little range to trade. I'll actually show you an example of what I mean, just based off Mondays. So if we look at Euro Aussie, break above Monday, go higher, especially in trending environments. Break above Monday and we go higher. We've broke above Monday, acting as support and resistance. So it's a nice little range to trade, and that's why I let Mondays play out. Even with no bias, it's still it's a nice little indicator. Is Monday. If we just zoom in, you can see usually Monday's higher low is going to be the higher low for the week. Break above, go higher. Then we get a little bit of consolidation. Then we use Monday's low, break below, retest, go lower. Monday's range, break below, go lower. So basically getting higher time frame bias and then sort of getting in and out of the market like that.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. So, yeah, you're a big believer that Monday's range is going to give you an indication, taking out on Monday's highs and lows, you go with that direction.
Yeah, but not by itself. There needs to be some higher time frame.
What's important confluence for you?
Taking out major swing highs, swing lows, that wiki behavior on the monthly. So if we just go to any chart, if you take a major swing high, so I mean like something that's been in the market for quite a while, hasn't been traded to. So if you take this swing, once we get above, we get a reaction away from it. Swing high. Once we get above, we get a reaction away. We always get reactions at these sort of pivotal levels that haven't been traded at in a while. So,
yeah, how do you handle false breakouts? I mean, when you get breakout over swing highs, swing lows, and there's limited follow through, and then it's back under that swing high or back above the swing low, because there's been a lot of throwovers out of wedges and et cetera, where the markets are you know how mean Mr. Market is. They try and shake
Yeah.
out as many people as possible before the move they're looking for occurs without them. So how do you handle that? Is that your contingency when you buy a breakout over a swing high, that a close back underneath it would negate the trade?
Yeah, so I would rather look to sell. So I sort of be more inclined to be a reversal trader. So once I see a major swing high or swing low being broke, I'd automatically look to trade the other side of it. Doesn't mean I'm going in right away trading it. I would need break in market structure, some sort of confirmation.
Okay.
We did get a trade on dollar Swiss A last week. If you, I think I put it on the blog. So we have the swing high. We come up, and then I just look for lower time frames. Even if you look at Monday's range here, so once we spike up quickly, take out that swing high, get back below Monday, acts as support and resistance, and then just ride it to Friday close. So that's basically how I would look for it, although there is a few more little technical things to it. That's basically the gist of what I would look for. We do get a break in market structure also, so the swing that takes price up, break below that,
Okay.
and then you'd be golden to trade. And that, I caught a few trades like that. Dollar yen also similar pattern, swing high, going into support and resistance, go down into lower time frames. You can see a similar sort of pattern.
Okay.
Spike up, break below, and hold the Friday close. And you do get a lot of, you get a nice runners if you hold it to Friday close, because I trade mechanically. If you need to be letting the winners run.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Are you just one of the communities, or maybe you co-host with Saeed in the chat room? You know, everyone's dream is to, when they first start trading, is to trade for a living,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So what do you tell people when they ask you this question? How much capital do I need to trade for a living?
I would ask them if they're profitable without any capital, and then think about it. The more money you have, the easier trading is, in my eyes.
Yeah.
You would need to be looking at, I feel, above 50K to be comfortable.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good number. And how long do you think it takes before people ballpark? Let's start with you. I want to know if you kind of have the answer that, you know, I've interviewed well over 1,000 traders. How long did it take you to make breakthroughs to where you could be consistent in the market? And we all go through periods where we're also consistently wrong for a while,
Yeah.
drawdown periods. So how long did it take you to where you feel like, you know, this is something I could do, and I could quit my day job?
Yeah, I still don't think I could do it. No,
Okay, that's great. That's a great answer.
no,
Okay.
it's just, I think you need to be learning every day, and if you think you've got trade nailed down, then
Yeah.
I think you're mistaken, because
Yeah.
I think you should be willing to learn every day.
Okay.
And every day is a learning day because it's more experience. But I would say it took me about a good 2 years
Okay.
to
That's it.
fully.
That's half the time of the average answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean, you know, why should it be less than an undergrad degree to
yeah,
be able to learn how to trade? Or, you know, say
yeah,
you're a carpenter or a plumber, electrician, everyone starts off as an apprentice, right?
yeah,
And I'm not talking about the Apprentice reality show, which is
yeah.
transformed to something else here. But what do you think are a couple of the most important things you learned from your mentor, Saeed Zaman?
Well, I think that's why it only took me a few years, is because I was hanging out with him a lot. So you need to surround yourself with someone that's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Surround yourself with people that's doing it. Main thing I took away from him was probably just looking for confirmation in a trade. So not just trading a level blindly, because levels don't really mean anything. It's just a line in a chart. It's just an idea. But you sort of need to see what you want to see at these levels.
Okay, what's confirmation to you? A candle closing, reversal candles? What gives you confirmation once a level has been tested?
So a simple break in market structure. If you look at dollar yen here, we have higher highs, and then we get this run up, and then quick break below. That would be a break in market structure for me, especially at the key levels that I want to be trading at. And obviously, a break in market structure doesn't look the same every time. So my suggestion would be, once you have your levels, just to mark down what happened at that level to make it turn and save it away and see if it happens again. I would take loads of screenshots of what happened at that previous level, and it could happen again.
Okay. And what's the best way people could follow you and where you're at during the day? I know your Twitter handle is prowl_FX. Is that correct?
Yeah, just follow me
Here
on
you
there.
are at prowl_FX. Why the handle prowl? Are you do you also at night prowl around in your neighborhood?
Looking on people's windows.
Are you a prowler, buddy? Or only in the markets?
No comment.
All
No
right,
comment.
Saeed. I'll ask Saeed when he's on.
Yeah, he's just laughing here.
Saeed knows you never know what to expect from me. So
he comes with me.
All right. Well, better to have a driver waiting for you, right? So,
right.
And anyway, Dominic, it was a pleasure meeting you. I thank you for taking time out of the day. Good luck in these wild, volatile markets. And, Saeed's excellent. You were fortunate. Let me just wrap it with one more thing.
Yeah.
Before you found Saeed, did you come across any other mentors that helped you, or how were you able to find Saeed? How did that work? Was it from maybe Michael at I Am Inner Circle Traders, or prior to Saeed, where were you when you were a lost trader?
So literally, it was just looking at YouTube videos and
Okay.
following people on Twitter, and then Saeed actually lives close to where I was, and we found out that we live quite close. So we became good friends, and then he introduced me to a few people maybe that he was looking at, but mainly it was Saeed that I learned off.
Okay. All right. Well, great meeting you, my trading warrior brother. I wish you continued success. Stick with it, and appreciate you hanging out with us today in F.A.C.E. So good luck in this wild environment, Dominic. It was great meeting you.
Cheers, you too, Dale. Thanks for having me on, and all the best. Thank you.
All right. Everyone, that's a wrap for us on Wednesday. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. And tomorrow, I have Price Action Kim with us tomorrow. You're going to see her too. I'll see everyone in the chat room. Good hunting. Adios.